Hi guys, this is Thunder E from Booredatwork, and we are giving you our review of Android 4.4 KitKat. This is the latest version of Android and it's currently available on the Nexus 5. This is not a Nexus 5 review, this is just Android 4.4, showing you all the things that are new and also giving our thoughts on all those different new options. So we just looked at Android 4.4, it's nice little view here. Now, the first thing I just want to go through is this settings menu. It hasn't really changed much. You do have a few things. This one is tap and pay is here. I did say tap and play in the unboxing, so I apologize. Basically allowing you to use NFC payments if you for your device, which it should be there anyway, built in, but this is just putting that option there in the menu. And I think this is also for devices. This is also for devices that don't have necessarily have NFC to kind of mimic that ability there for you. Other options here as we go through, you do have the printing option. Yeah, you can print through a HP printer or cloud printing to places like Netflix. I said Netflix, to places like FedEx Kinko's that actually support that there. So you do have that option available. As you can see, we just go in here. Some stuff to do with default SMS app. Now, your default SMS app is Hangouts. And the reason why you have this, in case you have another application, you can actually just switch and set. Now, it always tells you, originally Android, that you should go to settings and select it. And there really wasn't a clear place to do that. This is how you do it. So if I wanted to switch to Go SMS Pro, I can do that and set and be done with, or I can go back to Hangouts. And that's pretty much it. So that's very, very cool and very interesting setup there. You've also got more information here on mobile plans and cell broadcast. So as we go out here, your home screen, now the main thing here is that you have a couple of features that are very well tied in. One of them, of course, is the new launcher here. The launcher below has Hangouts as your main SMS application, and this launcher will be available in the App Store. So basically, Google wants to actually put this out there. I said Google, and it basically started that up. So you do have Hangouts that actually does SMS for you. And if I go to Hangouts here, into my Hangout, you can see people who I've been contacting with, and then I can go and see if I want to add someone. You have this main menu. This is very typical with Hangouts. Or you can search through and look for someone, or you can just type the name and search. So it's still not as intuitive as I would like for a proper SMS and so internet-based messaging system, but they are getting there, so which is a nice thing to note. The other thing also is that you have the OK Google functionality, which actually pops up here, and that allows you to use Google search throughout your whole device on the home screen. So I can't actually remove this. This is not a widget to take away. It's actually built in across the system. So if I said OK Google, what state do I live in? You probably won't know. More ask the question, but you get the general idea. But I can still use it. It's hands-free. As you can see, I didn't actually touch it. Okay, Google, what time is it? Basic question. So you have that ability to use it, and I turn the sound off, or else it will actually tell me the time. You can also access it by actually scrolling all the way to your left, and it brings up OK Google. Now things I'm interested in. So Wrath of Khan's birthday, my team Arsenal is playing right now, some stocks I'm looking at, current weather, and places to eat. So you do have that ability, and also you can also drag it from the bottom too. So it's still there, and you can actually access it, but you can go all the way to the left, or you can drag from the bottom. Now another thing also is that when you actually to actually add home screens on with Android 4.4, and which of course could change and be customized on different devices. But right now, the Nexus 5, which is my my model of basis here, is normally in Android you would pinch to zoom to add more home screens, which you can see I can't. I have 3 home screens right now. I have 1, 2, right here. So 1, 2, and 3 home screens. If I want to add a 4th one, usually I would pinch to zoom, or I would press and hold down, but that gives me the options for wallpapers, widgets, and settings, and the settings are for Google Now settings here, nothing to do with your home screen. If I wanted to add a new one, I actually would have to click on an icon and drag it to the right, and it creates a new home screen for me. And now I have 4 home screens, and I can probably do that and drag one more again. It's probably not wanting me to do that. I need to have more than one icon and then drag. So I have a 5th icon there. And if I pull this down, that kills off the home screen. So it does that. It's not as intuitive. I wish that was just a secondary option, not the main way to do that. But that's pretty much how you handle your home screen with additions and subtractions with Android 4.4. Now, the other feature of Android 4.4, which you really can't test out, is the fact that it supports 512 megs of RAM. So what that means is that you're going to see more low-end devices being able to run the latest version of Android and not running older Android versions. So making it more attractive to have a low-end device. I think this is Google's way of competing, and also just answering what Nokia's been doing with the 520 on the lower end spectrum there. Now, of course, other things still the same. You do have, of course, with the Nexus 5, you have on-screen buttons. So we have a multitask button here, which really hasn't changed much. If we go into our app tray here, you can see, of course, you do have your full slew of Google services, which is included. One quick note is Quick Office is also included here for you to edit documents. They're trying to bring that, at least business feel to it, challenging things of what Microsoft is doing with Office itself, but that's also available there, and it's actually built in, so you don't have to pay for it. You do have an Office editor in there. Another thing is also the editor in the photo gallery. So if I go to the photo gallery here, and I'm going to select a photo, and you know what, let's go back. Let's go to our enterprise photo here. Once you take a photo, you do have a photo editor, which is similar to the editor you found in the Moto X, but it's actually a little bit more extensive. So you have a bunch of filters you can go through. So I'm going to make this vintage, since I like the 70s Star Trek, and we can do film, we can change all that stuff. We can actually crop it if we want to. We can do mirror the image. We can do all those things, and of course we can change the graduation of the contrast and things like that. So we can actually do all these things to the image and save and have that there. So those are the things, and that actually replaces your original image. So whatever original image you have is actually replaced there. That's something that they've added to give you more attraction to your camera, as well as the photo gallery itself. Now the camera, which we will go to here, you can see it's just resting in the back. Camera features are still very simple and similar. You hold down, and that can bring up the different camera options, or you can just tap that button there on the right. You do have HDR plus, which should give you much better and just crisper photos. Now, of course, this doesn't save pictures in 16 by 9. It's just 4 by 3, but that's of course might just be a design choice for this device. And we can do a HDR plus photo. Let's do one here. This. Now, of course, the lighting is not that conducive right now, but just to show you what it does. And from that photo, we can go ahead and we can edit the photo again if you want to. So this is some of the features that you find with with Android 4.4 that Google has brought to the table. A lot of the other features are more to do with the back end in making it much more leaner system. As you can see, it's also got that flat design, so everything feels very flat and plain. None of those arrow views anymore, if you will. So that's there, and also they've done things in terms of battery management, power management, and things like that. So you should get better battery life overall on your system and over there. So you can see some of those things there. But overall, I think they've done a good job. I would like to see what manufacturers do in customizing the Android 4.4 experience. Some say it's a big jump. Some say it's small. I actually put this more in the middle. I think they've made Android 4.4 more of a Google experience and less of an Android experience. You've probably heard that from a bunch of people. And the reason that is because Google search is now fully integrated across the board on the device. And of course, with the touchless controls, where you now have the ability to actually use Google search more, which means they're drawing more from your data as well as overall with the Google Now functionality. So if you guys have any questions or any comments about my Android 4.4 review, or more or less overview, if you will, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. It's all Border Work with 2 O's. So this is Thunder E saying thank you and Always enjoy your entertainment.